It is Thursday, the day after Christmas. Officially making my way back out to the barn so we can do a little bit of work on Black Pearl. Ended up getting a phone call from Steve Morris that the motor is ready to come pick up. So super excited for that. So we're going to take a little drive out to Steve Morris Engines and we're going to talk to Steve, get the lowdown on everything that he ended up doing on the 540. Finally here at Steve's. Finally ready here to pick up everything. Let's go inside, take a look. Whoops.
Whoa.
Hey, whoa, hey, how you doing, Duke?
I sent the attack dog out. What's up, boss?
What's going on, man? How you been?
Good.
Oh.
Come on back, or come on in, and we'll go over your stuff here.
Dun, dun, dun.
The big block, 540.
Yes, sir. All the goodies.
All the goodness. So we got our block work is all done.
Mm-hmm.
Pistons, rods. I did hang the pistons and rods on there for you.
Thank you. Appreciate
So
that.
these were your rods. Actually, I had Kyle do it. Your rods, a Race Tech piston right there.
Yep.
Nice piece. And I did put a upgraded H13 tool steel pin in it too.
Okay.
So that's a 225 wall tool steel pin.
And that is the first time using the boost line rods for me. I know Kyle's got them in his motor.
Yeah, I mean they're pretty good rod.
Have you used them a handful of times, or?
Yeah, every once in a while I've used them. Yeah. I mean, I think they're a pretty decent piece.
So for the power levels that we're shooting for this thing, that's more than enough, because you and I have...
This is plenty enough rod for 500 horsepower. Yes, it's good.
Per bank.
Yes, it's fine. Yeah, no, it's all good. That's all good inside there.
I'm gonna say, tell me about the hoops.
All right, so camshafts there. Get this your crankshaft out of the way. So we went through just valve job your cylinder heads. You had that one bent valve.
Yeah.
I
I can say it somewhere.
Yep. And so resurfaced, did a soft chamber mod.
Yes.
Come in close. Soft chamber mod. So what that is doing right there is it's kind of an anti-detonation device. So if the piston doesn't come up to this area absolutely perfect with a perfect amount of clearance, which is zero clearance, then we want to have a nice, almost like a Hemi chamber. So it is softening. It makes this area not a detonation spot. It makes it part of the flame front. So it's opening up the chamber. Basically, it's what it's doing.
Now,
Making a big open chamber versus a closed.
I'm gonna say, correct me if I'm wrong. The way that I remember it, say if it was knuckles and I was trying to go over a dome, the fact that your dome, you're hitting that deck surface here. This is actually creating like a 7 degree or something like that.
4 degree.
4 degree, to where you're actually getting that flame to get into here and travel a little bit more in your combustion.
It's allowing whatever is in here, trapped in here, to burn.
To combust.
And send the flame front out to the wide side so it shoots out this way.
I get you.
So it's much easier to burn there versus having this be perfectly flat and cause this really tight little squish area where you potentially can detonate. So valve job, and then we put in the hoops.
Yes.
So now this hoop, this is not a O-ring.
This is just barely. Oh yeah.
No, it sticks up 20 thousandths. So this is 65 thousandths into the head.
Okay.
And 25 thousandths out. This is not round, so it is shaped like my finger, right there. It is rounded top, square bottom, and only this much of it sticks out of the chamber. The rest of it is in the head, so it can't move, it can't come out. It's not going to do anything weird. This is the way they do all the top fuel cars. They're always in the cylinder head, and this is the way we do it here. So there's a one-piece stainless steel ring that is machined, and we machine it to fit directly in the cylinder head.
Now, that between that and a regular O-ring, is it because of the thickness of it being more squared that you're going to be able to?
Yes, because otherwise you can't have more than half the O-ring sticking up. usually by the time you have a half O-ring sticking up, it falls out.
Okay.
Plus, there's nothing that's locating it in the groove really.
Yep.
In the cylinder head, it's just a round surface and a square groove that's always trying to fall out. It moves. This is a superior job. Period.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely.
Yeah. So that's sticking 20 thousandths up, 65 into the hole. So it's and it is 50 thousandths wide.
Okay.
So the width of it, but it is radiused on this top. So the radius end goes up, which pushes into your gasket with a little round tip. It just goes like that.
Okay.
And kind of pushes through into the receiver groove on the head, okay? Or on the block, I mean. So we deck the block, bored and honed to the size of the pistons, and then put in the receiver grooves. Now the receiver groove is 15 thousandths deep, so there's a 5 thousandths interference. Technically, it doesn't really work that way, but because the gasket squishes, so it's all getting squished in. So when you look at your gasket, when you do this, in fact, that might be good for your channel, is why don't you torque the head on and then take the head right back off, and you'll see exactly how it goes into the receiver groove, how it exactly goes in through the gasket, and you can see how the whole locking mechanism all works. It's pretty interesting.
Yeah, definitely.
Yep. So this is all done. Didn't have to do anything with your lifters. Standard camshaft still. So this is your Edelbrock block. First one that we've used or seen.
I was kind of curious.
Fine. Yeah, that's fine. It's not like rocket science or anything, but
No,
it's fine.
no, not at all.
Yep. So cylinder heads all done, blocks all done.
Now, did you say you did a valve job on the heads?
Yeah, I did a valve job on the heads.
Okay.
We ran your springs through the, where did I put the paperwork? Through the spring dyno. Checked all that.
I'll have to find it.
Yeah, I put it somewhere. So I have all your spec sheets and everything. That's all
set up for the cam.
Springs are,
Okay.
springs are good. Everything. No, you can have spec sheets on cam. I don't give a crap.
Okay.
Don't show your guys. I don't show people the actual numbers. You can be general.
Yeah.
There's a reason why I have to sell camshafts to make money. So if anybody used it, you know exactly where it had. But this camshaft is my tried and true proven 540 with an F2 supercharger.
Okay.
Period. It works. Set records.
Oh yeah.
Fast. Does everything.
So what would you say spec-wise to give out would be?
Oh, these things are in the 280s, 290s at 50. And yeah, lift-wise, 750 plus.
So nice lift. Nothing too crazy.
It's nothing crazy, no. And then obviously we just rebalanced the crankshaft that you brought in for it, and
that had that goofy spot.
Yeah, there's a bunch of weird stuff going on here where people have welded on it, done funny things. I mean, it balances out okay, and
for what we're going to try to do, I mean,
your other option is a $3,000 crank. So
we're going to make this work.
Yeah. So if you want to I don't see anything wrong with it. It's just some of these things aren't great. I don't like welding slugs in from this end, but you can't really cut that all out and do it. Then all of a sudden you're going to have it's going to be a $1,500 balance job.
Now, why is it? Because it'll just fling out, or?
Well, this one's probably looks like it's been in, but that would be prone to coming out. If the weld broke, it would just come out.
Okay.
Depends if they pressed it in. I don't know what they got going on there. We didn't have to do anything with this other than actually drill a hole. So we were good. It was already heavy for what that combination was. So
perfect.
It worked out nice. So that's all cool.
So needless to say, with the F2, what is kind of the norm for an F2 when it's not CNC, no provolute, anything like that? What's kind of the limiting portion of an F2? Like 1700, 1800?
No, they should be in that we can make in that 1800 range. It's usually a pretty normal deal.
Okay. So then if we maybe put a bell on it.
Possible. It can
yes,
be more, yeah.
We're going to do air to water.
Yeah, intercooled gasoline. It should be in the 1800 horsepower area, 17 to 1800. Look nice, easy, without having to get after something where you're going to break the blower or do something stupid.
And all of this, needless to say, we feel safe doing drag and drive stuff, and because that's one thing I'm going to try for sure. I want to get my toes wet.
You need to be on your A game with the really good lifters for it, the right oil. That stuff does matter. So.
Like I say, I ended up picking up, what am I running? Crowder Severe Duties with the Hippo lifter, Hopefully those are all right.
Yeah, no, they're pretty decent. Yep.
Okay.
Good.
And then oil-wise, I was going to say, you guys just started up with your...
Yep, we have our own oil that's going to be coming out. It's not out yet. It's going to be out here within this next month. It's just a Steve Morris oil, specific built for drag and drive. So
what was the name of it?
Smoil. Well, it's just SM oil.
Yeah, Smoil.
Smoil. Yeah,
so we can dyno with this. We can actually throw some in there and give it a little test on a
it's
low
not,
horsepower
application.
It's
not made to make more horsepower. It's made to be
longevity.
anti-wear.
Yeah,
it's not an anti-friction oil. It's anti-wear oil base. That's what we were always concerned about.
Now that was because of the 40-degree startups and stuff like that that you guys are talking about.
Yeah, a lot of stuff going on there. We'll cover all that when I get the oil released and doing it. So
understood. Yeah.
And used F2 blower kit, or just kit with the lower pulley. So we'll still have to end up getting your own belt for it.
Yeah.
Some other little stuff, but.
And then carburetor in the.
Oh yeah, then the carburetor and that.
And Dewey is digging that rope. Holy cow.
Is actually right here.
Ah, there she be.
Yep.
And if you guys didn't see it, Steve put this. Is this the right motor where the gentleman was from Hawaii?
Yep.
And he's had this done for a long time.
Long time, yeah. 10, 15 years probably or so. Yeah, and he traded it in. So he traded it in on a new engine I built for him with EFI. So this carburetor and hat.
And this did very, very well. I mean, this made
it makes
easily
2200 exactly the way it is on intercooled gas, grease gas.
Wow.
Yeah.
What's he got? Oh, little F3 121.
So let me get you a wrench. Dyno room number 1's empty. Got SMX that's out of order here because Kyle's putting his junk together.
Oh, that's
junk
right.
as in stuff, not as in bad stuff. That's what I call. Another SMX solid over there. Big block Ford, LS, and a LS. Both of those are, that one's actually a turbocharged LS. That one over there is a Magnuson supercharged LS.
I noticed this when I was walking by, this twin turbo Hemi here.
Yeah, so this is, Kyle's just been setting up this whole turbo system just for Gen 3 Hemi. So we have this Gen 3 Hemi and that red one over there with my billet intake manifold on it too.
Oh.
So lots of stuff, normal chaos going on here in Steve Morris engines. So we'll get this carb off and get you on your way.
Okay, guys, we're back. Everything's put away in the corner. Block, cylinder heads, my nice valve covers, blower. There she is. Blower's over there. Carb, lifters, everything that's got to get ready for the 540 and all that. But before I get into this, I have to get the intercooler and the ice box in the car. And you guys might be saying, hey man, why do you got to get that in? Why can't you just start working on the motor? Well, I want to put the block in this thing and just set the cylinder heads on it. I don't want to have a fully done short block. It's just easier taking in and out. But I have to get that stuff on and in and installed in that front nose. Ice box is going to get sunk and go into that far corner. I have to get that stuff done first and get it mounted and ready to go. Then I can start doing my charge tubes. That's when the motor's going to go in. That's when the block's going to go in, and then I'm going to mount the blower hanging on it as well, because I have to find out if I have to take the strut bar off. And this strut bar here, I'm hoping I don't have to take it off because I really don't want to do it. But I know there's relocation brackets and etc., but I want to see what has to happen to that. Headers are in it. That's why I'm looking at going, if I can put the block in it, then I can just set the heads on it, the intake on it, the carburetor on it, and then I can make my charge tubes, everything I need. I can take everything back apart, and I don't have to worry about trying to have the cylinder heads on the motor and trying to get past the headers. That's just going to be a fight for a later day. That's why I'm just going to put the bits and pieces in it, but it all has to start with getting that stuff installed first. Then I can move on to the engine being set in, seeing if I have to relocate the strut bar. Then after that, we'll start assembling the motor, and then boom, we're going out to Steve's, get it dynoed, and I am super, super excited for that. I still have to put in freeze plugs and just some basic plugs and things like that in the block before I can get assembling on it, which is no big deal. So that's where we're at. Hope you guys enjoyed being out at Steve's. I always enjoy being out there with the guys, and appreciate Steve helping me load everything up. Yeah, had a great time out there, and yeah, it's always a good time out there. So again, you guys, I appreciate you guys checking out the channel. Don't forget to hit that share, like, subscribe. I appreciate it big time, and I look forward to seeing you guys in another episode. So, till we meet again, my friends. See ya.